The following video contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
So how the hell are you doing?
Not bad, man. Not bad. Can't complain. It's a beautiful day here in Alberta.
Nice. That's good.
How about you?
Things are good. It's also really nice here today, I guess. But yeah, here's my buddy Gary.
Hello.
Meet Gary.
Hello.
Hey, Gary.
I don't know which screen to look at. You confused me now too.
Yeah,
Like beard convention podcast.
it's basically a beard convention. Well,
That's it.
I think there was a company that was, or you got Mike's stuff that
Uncle Mike's All Natural Products. You bet.
Yeah,
You bet,
there's-
right over there. I've just been slowly trying to get stuff in.
dude makes beard stuff.
We just like to use our beards to start fires, like corduroy pants. That's how we join forces, hey?
Yeah,
Basically like
gross.
that, and then we start fires in the woods.
Yeah, Nate and I have done that once or twice.
Oh yeah, everybody. It's the way to do it. Oh no, right when I got on.
It's all good.
Okay, there we go.
So I was gonna introduce you. This is Dr. Nate, Big Nate,
Dr. Big Nate.
as you
Hell yeah.
are known. So like I was gonna say, you were touring sound guy with Steve Hill this year, and this year and many other years.
Yeah, we just did our third tour. First one would have been 20. We did 2 in 23. And then we were supposed to go to Europe in 24, but he got in a car accident in LA.
Holy
And
shit!
That made it where he couldn't do his all-in-one man band thing. So
Yeah. So Gary, if you don't know who Steve Hill
Fill me
is, he's I'll show you just a quick video of him here on the phone.
Okay.
He's a one-man band.
I love it
Attaches
already.
drumstick to the end of his guitar, and like he's nuts. He's absolutely incredible.
You know I love stuff that's out of the norm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's nuts.
He
And
is
like
right
so
here.
dealing with that, like with the one-man show, like it's got to be its own, trickery with the sound stuff too, right? Because he's using like a snare drum on his foot and like cymbal over here, and everything's so close.
he does kick on his left foot, snare on his right foot. Then, like you said, he's got the stick on the end of his guitar, and he's got a hi-hat and a crash over there, like a huge, like, I think it's like a 24-inch Pisces something.
Really? It's a 24.
Yeah, it's massive.
Well, I guess it looks cool.
What's a normal size cymbal?
Like a rider or something like that's usually 20 inches.
Okay.
Standard crash
to give me an
cymbals are
idea, yeah.
18s.
Okay.
And then he's got a hi-hat like on a pedal on his right foot as well.
Oh, nuts.
And
There it
then
is.
on this last tour, he bought a double kick pedal because I was joking with him about doing drum fills.
Why not? Hey?
So I've actually seen him do it once when he hooked up the double kick pedal, and it's pretty fucking wild.
It's just
How
wildly talented.
How does a human being create something like this? Like, how many different, I guess, spaces in your
COVID,
brain
man.
do you need to use to do something? Like, so I'm looking at this right now. This is insanity, dude. This is nuts.
Yeah, like he really, I don't know. I guess he does split his brain into 4 or 5 or something.
It would have to be. It'd be like pots on a board,
I mean,
eh?
I think he would just say that it's just practice. Like
Right.
Steve, the whole one-man band thing with Steve it's like I don't know, it's not a misnomer, but like it's really weird with me and him because Steve Hill was the first live act I ever saw in 1997 when I was 15 years old.
Dude.
What?
And back then I lived in Quebec for a couple of years of high school, which is where he's from.
Right.
And back then his first album, his hair was all pompadoured back, and they ended with this like big 10-minute long surf medley.
Yeah, yeah.
And his keyboard player at the time ended up the next year being the music teacher at my English high school that I went to, which was really wacky. But like he's always like had bands, and like even in Quebec now,
Yeah.
the last year he's been doing this thing. Hill does Hendrix, where he goes with his trio, and he has like all the fucking gear, man. Like he has all the amps and the guitars, all of the period. He sounds exactly like him. It's fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
And I mean, he doesn't sound like him singing, but he's a good singer too, so it works out. But yeah, he's even got a version of the band with the quote unquote devil horns, which is like a sax, trombone, and trumpet player.
The
I'm
devil
pretty sure.
horns. That's cool. Clever.
But he only does that stuff in Quebec because that's the only place where there's any money. Like, so whenever
Yeah,
he goes anywhere else,
You can't be traveling all those people out west.
Yeah, but to kind of answer your question too, from a sound guy point of view, it's really cool working with him, like as one person, because I am pulling every trick in the book and maximizing the board to its capability, even though it's one guy. Like he does really, he sounds like a whole, like a 3 or 4 piece band. So
Yeah, it's wild.
it's all the same principles and stuff. So it's fun.
I've never seen anybody play, I guess, hit a cymbal, like hitting a cymbal with a drumstick attached to the top of the guitar. Like I had to triple take that, because that actually happening. And then you look at it somewhere, like, why is he bouncing around? Oh yeah, he's doing that because that's how he's drumming while he's playing.
He's pulsing the hi-hat.
Blowing my mind.
Yeah,
it's cool. Pulsing the hi-hat. Thank you. Great term.
So, yeah, and it's funny, like there's I won't name any names, but there's a local one-man band guy, and he's kind of, well, fuck it, I'll say it. His name's Dan the One-Man Band.
Oh yeah.
And like he's what you think of, or what I would think of anyways, when you think of a one-man band. Like he's got a little tiny kick drum on his back, and there's a hi-hat coming out of it. And then he's got like little chimes on his foot and
slide whistle.
And all these straps that like connect it, so when he walks around, it's like
chung ching chung ching chung ching.
Yeah, and it was funny. I think it was the first tour we were hanging out. I work at the Ironwood in Calgary. We were hanging out there, and Dan the One-Man Band happened to be playing, and he was on the phone with his girlfriend. I was sitting right next to him, and I'm filming this Dan the One-Man Band, and then I just stroll over to him, and he just gave me this hilarious look.
It seems like a guy like that would get out the front, put everything on his back, and get on one of those big old-timey bikes with the big front wheel. And off he goes.
Yeah, like that's the weird thing about working with Steve, is like trying to explain to people that it's not like a one-man band novelty act. It's like it's a guy that sounds like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, that's wild.
And he does like wacky stuff too. Like he has there's all these rig rundowns you can check out, but he's got like a gold foil pickup that he puts on the bass section of his guitar. So he's modified all his cables and shit so that goes out to a bass amp.
No way.
So we like line and mic the bass amp, and then he goes out to 2 amps, and we mic both of those for like stereo and all this kind of shit. So
yeah,
crazy.
It's like I'm running like 12 or 13 channels for one guy, which doesn't sound like a lot, but
yeah, still running a full band.
Just for comparison, we're running 3 channels right now to record this.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, take that into consideration.
And like,
yeah, we're definitely not making as much noise as him.
Yeah.
I love the pictures of you guys on the road too, because you took your car. Took like this big ass boat.
Tour car.
Yeah, we all fit in my 1996 Lincoln Town car.
That is a car, dude. I had a
fucking hilarious.
I had a 1990 Crown Vic that was like Same sort of idea, like just the.
Gangster.
It's like driving on a
same
cloud,
chassis.
man. Yeah, driving on a cloud. That's what I always say. It's the
Yeah.
best. And there's so much room. You can fit like 12 people in there.
Yeah.
Seats says it seats 5. Definitely just a recommendation.
5 massive dudes.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think obviously Steve isn't as big as you are.
It's a lot
like,
of gear though.
There's a reason why they call him Big Nate. He's rather tall.
Well, I lost like 80 pounds in the last year.
Yes,
so.
you did. So
Steve was joking with me. He's like, "Wait, I'm just gonna call you Tall Nate now." Or something.
yeah, it's just tall, just upper Nate.
It's like regular kind of normal weight Nate.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing.
Normal weight Nate has a really good tone to it.
I thought the same thing when I saw you. I went to give you a big ass hug and my arms touched. I was like, well, what the hell?
I know. Everybody's all
used
worried.
to just going like, ah!
Yeah, I was going to ask,
Yeah.
is this a congratulations? Like, this is a good thing?
Oh, yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like some people are so like freaked out by it. I mean, what happened was I have type 2 diabetes and it was out of control for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Texas with my buddy Corpsey, and it was
shout
like
out Dave.
they had a fucking heat dome that when we were there August 20th to the 24th in Austin.
In Texas.
And that's why the tickets were so cheap.
Yeah.
And like even the locals were like, "Holy fuck, this is hot."
Yeah,
like, we're in a heat dome. It's like, heat dome, what?
Yeah, and just fighting to get into the AC.
Like we got in an Uber and it said 54 degrees Celsius. And I pointed at it and I was like, "What is that?" And he goes, "That's the temperature of the pavement."
Right.
And so like,
No thanks.
I got a blister on my foot, and being all diabetic and stuff, that can be really fucking dangerous.
Right.
And so I had to go to the hospital because the inside of my leg started hurting. I started freaking myself out that I had fucking like COVID, fucking blood clots from the fucking jab and like airplane.
Not at all.
So I freaked myself out. So I went, and you sit in the fucking hospital for like 20 hours, and then but they were, pretty sobering in the fact that they're like, "Man, your sugars need to come under control." So they got me this wacky sensor thing because before to test your blood sugar, you used to have to stab yourself in the end of the finger and then pour blood onto a tablet and put it into a fucking machine. But now you just stab yourself once and this thing sticks to you, and then it's Bluetooth to your phone. So I can see my blood sugar like actively. It's like
Move.
a video.
Yeah. That's good.
So I've adjusted the way I eat and like I don't do much. So eating 3 meals a day isn't like very smart for me. Like it's just too much food. I can see it on the meter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Like and you're like if I was a lumberjack or something, that might be different. Or
Or Brock Lesnar.
if I was
the guys that
or
eat
like
10,000 calories.
if I was training 8 hours a day, I would eat like that. But I just kind of sit behind a board and do, like under 5,000 steps a day. So.
Well, this sounds like a congratulations to me that you got this figured out.
Oh yeah,
Good.
Working on it.
Yeah.
So
It's cool. I was on like insulin and shit, and they adjusted everything, and now I'm just on like a couple pills.
Yeah.
That's really
night and
good. The
day.
doctors
Hell yeah.
are all pumped about that. So.
Absolutely.
So I know you got to go jam, but what's the craziest shit that's happened to you and Steve on the road? Like any tidbit funny story that you think would be just like, this is kind of wild.
Just so you know what you're up against, we've had a couple stories about grandmas taking poops inside of backs of clubs, and we've had there's been that's sort of the level we're talking. So like that's pretty crazy with these things. Yeah, old granny taking a poop on the D floor. Well, that was a pee on the D floor. There's a different one.
Pee on the D floor.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve and I are pretty like we're fucking old, and we're like he's totally sober now. I pretty much am. I only smoke occasionally and stuff. So I mean, like in Banff, there was some drunk, like there was a
Oh,
principals convention, and there was this
Love
really
it.
fucking drunk bitch that just wouldn't back off, and I had to get in her face and tell her to fuck off. But
and it feels good
I,
because it's a principal and you don't go to school.
yeah, but I think Banff is actually the only place where anything like
Nuts
even
happens.
last time we were
Yeah.
there, we were just there like in March, and they always book them on like a Monday,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those
which is
weekday shows.
quote unquote industry night,
Yes, I know.
which is just code for all the fucking idiots in town,
All
like
the
all the
all the
dish
local
pit
Australians
guys. And,
have the
Yeah.
day off.
There you go.
so everybody's like losered, and you don't pay at the Rose and Crown.
Yep.
So
I've,
just anybody fucking comes in. So the whole time it's like, am I gonna have to beat the fuck out of this guy? Like, it's bad enough. You guys know having beards when people walk up to you and they just want to grab it and
Oh.
touch it.
Okay.
Like
there.
it's that kind of energy
Yeah.
with 50 fucking losered people.
Like I know you get this too, but like is that not? Do you agree that when more people go to grab the beard, the people that go and grab the beard, I'm going to say, what ratio men to women?
Oh fuck, 99 to 1. Well, like 95 to 5.
Like men to women?
Women to men.
Really?
I was gonna say the
Oh, I
same
must
thing.
put out a vibe, man. I don't know.
I'm the same way, Nate. I'm the same way.
I literally.
And every single time I'm like, oh, so we can just grab things without consent?
Exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
Like it's so fucking weird. Like, and literally there was one of them recently that was like, well, why would you have a big beard like that if you don't want to have it grabbed? And
What?
you're like, holy fuck. Like, how
like,
far
why did I
back-
buy this hat? Is it so you can take it? It's
Hold on.
like, what?
Why did you grow
Like-
your hair so long, lady?
I mean, look
Was it
at
to
the
grab?
women's lib movement, how far it's come. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Just-
man. Like, okay, so I'm now embarrassed because I would say it's a good 80-20 men to women
That's
with me.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I could come more closer to 60-40 or 50-50 now.
I
that
could.
But,
think
like,
about
no,
it.
I couldn't.
I could see, definitely you don't put out the vibe of like you're going to talk yourself out of it. And probably not a lot of guys are coming up to you because of the size. But like,
Intimidation. for
it's
sure.
usually with me, for some reason, I'm just too,
welcoming.
yeah.
You're welcoming.
But the look of fear in a man's eyes once they've done it is actually super funny because I'm usually laughing and looking at them straight in the eye, and that's where I start to like twitch. It's like, ha ha ha! You just did that, didn't you? And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, whoa, wait, hey, whoa, come on, man! And it's just like you grabbed my beard. If someone comes up to you and does that against your throat, just coming straight at, what do you think I'm gonna do? And you're really lucky that I haven't reacted. Like, I'm usually just like, okay, this is funny for you.
What
Yeah,
percentage?
with guys, I always I end up doing some kind of like fucking wax on, wax off shit where I don't.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, whoa,
I
hey.
do some like, what? Why?
Why?
Would you even-
Mhm.
why would you even
That's
think
what I'm wondering.
that's-
The big question.
Yeah.
Out of all the guys that have caressed your beautiful beards, how many were sober?
0.
Oh fuck.
So I think that's a
zero.
big factor in there. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Because like sober girls grab it all the time, but it's only drunk
It
guys.
was
that
so
ever go for it.
funny. I was working a Stampede gig, doing a tent out at some bar in downtown Calgary, standing in the fucking sun, dying, and for like 10 days straight, 3 gigs a day, like fucking,
Yeah.
That's all.
and all these different, because it's Stampede parties, so
Yeah.
it changes. And I'm standing there with this iPad and I'm mixing this band, and this guy walks up to me and he's like, "Are you gay?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Well, I am." And I go, "Okay." And then he goes, "I'm really into bears."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And this was probably 2018 or 19. Like Bears was, I'm not going to say it was a new concept, but it was being thrown around more colloquially.
More mainstream.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, he's like, do you think you're a bear? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't think so. And he's like, oh yeah, you are.
I'm going to tell you right now.
And I was just like, okay. And
I'm
then
going to
he was
vote
like,
you mayor.
he was like getting more like in my space, and I'm just like, okay, dude, I'm just kind of like backing away. And then at the end of it, he goes, I mean, I don't know if this is a family podcast or what, but he's like, no, you don't get it. Like, I am gonna go home and jerk off thinking about you tonight. And I was like, holy fuck.
What's
dude.
the proper response to that? Like, thank you? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, thanks,
Well,
bro.
or like getting
Have
into
fun.
an instant fist fight. I don't know.
There's only a couple options.
I mean, I took it as a compliment, I guess.
Yeah, like, what do you do? Just like flash a nipple for him real quick? It was like, have fun.
Here's something for your troubles, young man.
It does blow my mind though how people, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird with kids. Like my daughter has always known me with a beard, so she saw me without one.
Yeah,
she would be weirded out.
Absolutely freaked out. Yeah.
But like kids who have like whatever normal dads or clean shaven dads, and I can tell when they see me, like because I'm tall too. Like I'm just on the top of normal. Like I'm not really that tall. I'm only 6'6". It's not really that tall. But
it's tall compared to people like us. Yeah,
but it's out of the norm. So like kids and like small Japanese women coming through doors.
Yeah,
they'll be on their phone or something, and they'll look up. And like, oh my god! So,
yeah,
I'm just kind of used to it now. I don't know.
Yeah, no, totally. You're a pretty chill dude.
I'm so glad we got to talk to you, dude. This has made my day. This conversation is fantastic.
Well, got to get you on here another time to tell some more stories. We'll talk about the past a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about fucked up stories, that's where we got to go.
Yeah. It's back in the day, the Chi Octus days.
Back when we were insane.
The Agonal and parties, Regina, all that stuff.
There's definitely some toilet stories in there.
That's what we want. That's what we're looking for.
Well, I'll let you go here, man. Thanks for
so
coming
much,
on.
Dude. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Cheers, anytime, brother.
Take care, bro.
Later. Nice meeting you.
You betcha, you too. Normal size Nate. My guy.
Yeah, he's normal size Nate now.
You are still batting 1,000. I'm waiting for one day. There's going to be one episode, one show. Well, actually, I'm not waiting for it. I hope it never happens. Where it's a guest who isn't freaking amazing.
I'm telling you, man, you gotta start traveling the country. Start coming out on more trips.
That's it.
We went out and did our trip out to Banff, but like pretty much everywhere we go.
We could have did a whole show on the Rosencrown.
Oh yeah,
whole show.
And
we got a number from that. I think 7 different bands you said you played there with.
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah,
yeah, which is crazy.
And like that's just the Rosencrown in Banff.
Exactly, that's just one venue.
Yeah, and
just not.
Like if we go to pretty much everywhere in the country, we're gonna go hang out with.
You know what I wanted to ask?
Great people.
I wanted to ask him if the guy who asked if he was a bear was Chai Pig. Then I remembered Chai. We've lost our dear Chai, so it couldn't have been. But maybe the ghost of Chai Pig.
No, that's a reasonable question.
Shout out to SW.
You betcha.
King Palm, dude.
King Palm
we
again.
Gotta shout out the sponsors.
Yeah, they're really cool. I think the really cool thing is
look at all those flavors on the back.
They keep putting out these things with the squeeze tips and everything.
Yeah.
Like
so many flavors for you to enjoy,
and it's not.
And they're so easy to smoke. And my favorite thing, and make no mistake, we're not getting any money. We're just big fans, and they know we're big fans, so they send us all this stuff to show off. So it's not like we're doing this as a job. I love these things so much because you smoke it, and then you put it down, and it just goes out.
Right.
And then you just pick it right back up, and you light it, and you smoke it again. It's like unlike anything else around when it comes to these sort of things.
Yeah.
So I support them.
The assortment.
I love them.
Out of one of these things here, what was in the box is just
I
it's
got
nuts.
It over there.
It's actually just like
Our
a candy store.
We've been giving them away as gifts to people who come in the studio. Just like
Nice.
a couple here
Yep.
or there to try so everyone can get a taste. Yeah, they're going like hotcakes.
Yeah.
People love King Palm around here. It's very, very cool. What else do we got going on? Update us.
I got.
You're hitting the road.
I'm gonna be in. By the time this comes out, I'll be in Vancouver,
It's happening.
Canada, recording for the week
Records.
at the world famous Armory Studios.
So cool.
More on that. Hopefully,
yeah.
going to take a bunch of pictures and
Do you know?
all this other stuff.
Do you know if we got in any trouble for the Holy Goalie? Unholy Goalie?
Oh no, no trouble.
We're okay?
That's coming.
I'm just
the
really
jams
pumped for
are.
it. I'm really pumped for it.
The jams are ripping.
He knows I'm a huge punk rock guy, and he's like, yeah, this is a punk rockish metal, if you will, with a hockey theme. It's like, dude, take my money, take my wiener. Like, I'm in.
Yeah, it's
Whatever
good.
you want. It's
gonna be
amazing.
sick.
So I'm so pumped for that.
And also this week, as I guess by the time this comes out, just yesterday, the Miles Canyon video for Roaches and Willie came out on YouTube, so go and check that out.
That's our good
It's
buddy.
now available
Our
on
good buddy.
Sirius XM Top Country. I think it's channel 171. There and a bunch of radio stations across Western Canada, some in the States as well.
Do we
he's
know
doing really well.
if the bowl is on there yet? Did we ask him? I got to ask him.
I don't know.
I gotta talk to my buddy Croker, morning show guy at the bowl. We got a local guy.
Yeah, I think there's songs that are available to them if
Okay,
people
so I got to
were
keep
to
pushing.
request
I
them.
got you.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Tour manager Gary's putting the hat on.
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting things coming down the pipe. Like I said, I'm super pumped to be recording.
Hell yeah.
I've never been in an experience like this where things have been so pre-thought. Even like the week of, just being able to converse with a tech at the studio to put together gear.
That's not normal.
And
Hey? That's not a normal experience.
And I'm kind of like in a little bit of a fever dream. It's just like, I'll use anything. Just put me in front of a drum kit, man.
Watch me
And
go.
it's like, no, you got to be like serious, like more specific. What are you using here? What are you doing this?
You're
We gotta
not
get
helping
these.
by
I'm like,
being excited. We appreciate
Exactly.
it. But get to it, please.
So I
kind
kinda-
of shit up, bro.
I should get over that pretty friggin' quick because I'm going to be recording on Monday.
You know, I
so
look
pumped,
around and I speak to all these different people in this incredible studio, and from a year ago to now, it's unbelievable. And this is the final thought of the day from myself. When we talk about the universe and the universal callings and putting yourself out there and doing good things, they happen to you. Our friend Miles Canyon, been grinding just like you
Good
for
stuff.
years and years and years, being a good person, doing it right. Finally, this shit's starting to happen. My good friend Uncle Gramma here, doing it for years. Finally, stuff's starting to happen.
Yeah, and as they say, be a beacon.
That's it.
Be a beacon of hope and kindness and everything for
Just
everybody
love,
around.
man. It's so much easier to
Man,
just love each other.
It's some real hippie shit.
Yeah, we don't got to. I embarrass myself. Yeah, I'm gonna walk the train here. Any final thoughts from you? my friend?
Yeah, we're gonna just keep going to those social media websites, Arcana Kings, Miles Canyon, the other project, and Lavagoat. Check out all the Lavagoat stuff's out on YouTube. All of the albums and everything. I'm pretty stoked about that actually. I'll just play us out with a little bit of an old Lavagoat tune. Our guitar player Jimmy here, he tracked down the one and only time we played in Montreal at a bar that has now since been burned down called Catacombs. And we played a very ominous, dark show. It was absolutely packed. It was one of the coolest things that had ever happened for us at the time. It was a really great venue. But we didn't know Jimmy had a video camera behind the merch booth the whole time. And here we are 13 years later, and he's like, hey, should I put that Montreal show up on YouTube? Like, you have it on video? He's like, yeah, I got the whole thing. Like, what the hell? So like last week or 2 weeks ago at Jam, we were just sitting there watching like, oh yeah, this was awesome. We had one of the best times ever. So another tip, always keep the camera rolling because you never know. You never know, and it's like your photo album from when you're a kid. It's good stuff. All right, bye. Love you.